All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Wahaba Kakwadash. The more honors to apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. Shabbat Chawadya. Uh, as you can tell, the place is getting more and more wicked. You know, at first and stuff, they were saying that, matter of fact, when it come down to the Health Organization, they was pretty much saying that when it come down to this stuff, that as young as 4-year-olds and stuff will be taught hardcore pornography. Now what's being said and stuff now, and they also said that what they was going to do is that they was going to force it into the school system. You see, so now it's as young as 2 years old. You see, and that they should also uh, uh, they should also uh, uh, that they should also um, uh, uh, that 2-year-olds and stuff should also be able to not just be able to change their gender or learn about gender and stuff and learn about sexuality, but also to explore it and stuff. So and the thing is that 2-year-olds, you know what I'm saying, you can tell them woo to woo, you know what I'm saying, right, this, that, and the third and stuff. But the thing is, me speaking as a man and stuff, they would need assistance, and all it is a way and stuff to bring in pedophilia. You see, you know, like the LGBTQ plus. You know what I'm saying? That plus is a P and stuff, and that P, well, if it's pedophile or pansexual and stuff, guess what? Pansexuals have sex with anything. You see, now when it comes down to the real movement, it's always an avenue. They're gonna say it's like let them be aware and whatnot and stuff, but then once they had said once they had said that they should also have the right to explore and stuff, you talking about children is young as 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? To exploit themselves. You see, sexually and stuff amongst each other. You see, and children are innocent, so guess what? Discretion is not going to be used. You see, and this place is turning wicked. So this is well, it's been wicked already and stuff. But what are they doing? Esau eating the full-blood spirit Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? And the heathens alike and stuff. You see, you know, and you got some weirdo ass jakes and stuff that's into that shit too and stuff because they going for the money. But when it come down to it and stuff, uh, um, Esau Edom is trying to put forth his spirit and stuff upon everybody. You see, this is Job 9:24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" And Esau Edom, you know what I'm saying? It's the full-blood spirited Caucasian. You know what I'm saying, right? We got the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Armenhauers, the rich Jewish banking families. You know what I'm saying? The ones who's about to push the CBDC, central bank, uh, uh, digital currency. You see, you know, you know, and when that comes and stuff, you know what I'm saying, pretty much all they trying to do is put their perverse spirit and stuff upon everybody else. So this Isaiah, I think I have it in the other one. This Isaiah 19 and 14. All right, I want to get it in here. Uh, this Isaiah 19 and 14, and it says the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. It says, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggering in his vomit. Right? So I want to get that word perverse, and it's the word I will I, and it says perversity. Now, let me grab this, because perverse means to go amiss, to do wrong, to go backward. You see, it's not a man. It's not a man and stuff who wants to do things indecent, what you call indecent, which is towards sexuality and stuff. To a woman. You see, because you see in different animes and stuff, they'll sit up here and be like, you're a pervert if a kiss is trying to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Or if a man is at that age and stuff, and he over here trying to grab him a boob. You know what I'm saying? They don't really show any animes and stuff with an ass that's being smacked and stuff unless it's hentai or something like that. But other than that, look what they doing. You know what I'm saying? They call that they'll call that pervertic and stuff, and that's not pervertic. You know what I'm saying? What's really pervertic and stuff is if it's same sexual activity. You know what I'm saying? If the same sex and stuff is trying to do activity and stuff is heterosexuality, or even when it come down to the transformers. You see, it'll be the same way when it come down to them, right? So this is it's the verse. It says, "Turned away from what is right or good, corrupt, improper, incorrect, contrary." You see, right? It says, "Obstinate in opposing what is right, reasonable, or accepted, wrong-headed, arising from or indicated of stubbornness or obstinacies." Right? So there you go. Right? So the perverse is Esau Edom's spirit. Right? Right? Or hedonistic spirit and stuff. That's what's making this place perverse and more perverse. As it says in Second Esdras, the 14th chapter, that this world shall become weaker through age, and that weaker through age and whatnot and stuff is the immorality and stuff. Being more carnal than righteous. You see, right? So this is Habakkuk. It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." It says, "But the just shall live by faith." And that's talking about Esau. You see? As it says, verse 5, it says, "Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home." It says, "Who enlarges his desire in his hell." So this place is already wicked and whatnot and stuff, but then they promote even more and more wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You have Satan at the school clubs. You know what I'm saying? Or Satan club. They're trying to push that and stuff upon the new generation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they could look at it as being correct. You know what I'm saying? Or nothing wrong, as it says in Proverbs 22:6. It says, train up a child in the way that they should go, and they shall not depart." Well, direction, or pretty much what he's trying to do and stuff, is go after the children so they can raise up in wickedness, or grow up in wickedness and stuff, and think that it's normal, and that the way of righteousness and stuff will really be the perverse way when really it's not. You see, you know, and this is what they're going to push. You know what I'm saying, upon the schools, and when I say push upon the schools, not as in let's make a vote to allow it. No, you have articles that say that they're going to force it. You see, you're gonna have articles and stuff where that they're gonna force it on your children. You know what I'm saying? And out of all things and stuff, they chose to choose to have your children learn hardcore pornography and stuff as young as 2 years old now. You see, and that's the World Health Organization and stuff. So if they're forcing it in the schools, and you try to homeschool or take your children out to schools, I wouldn't. Me speaking as a man, I wouldn't be surprised if they sit up here and sit up here and be like, "Well, you're endangering the health of your child because you won't allow them, or you're removing them from the school." You know what I'm saying? Just so we won't be able to teach them sex ed at a young age. You see? Right? And they're trying to make this a policy, right? And if they're going to force it, more than likely, they're going to call it a rule. It will be a law. You see? Right? Right? So I'm read Habakkuk 2:5. It says, "Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell." You know what I'm saying? Hell as in the grave. You know what I'm saying? Because hell means a grave or condition. But he enlarges his hell and stuff because, people can consistently die and whatnot and stuff and decompose in the earth. You know what I'm saying? There's no stopping it. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? So it's the same way and stuff when it comes down to his desires, since his desires and stuff is to push, sinful and immoral acts. You see? Right? So it says in is as death. It says, "And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth onto him all people." Because this is considered the melting pot. You got nothing but different nations and stuff that's here up in America, man. You see? Right? So I want to grab this. This is This is Psalms 10 and 2. It says, the wicked in his pride do it persecute the poor. And the whole point of why this is being done and stuff is really to attack the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who out with appearances that of a heathen. You see? Because he want his pretty much what he wants his he wants his he wants his kingdom to continue. And when you read in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, if certain things and stuff is taken away where it doesn't continue to follow after his ordinances, then guess what? Israel's portion, you know what I'm saying, will be taken away. You see? And really, the only reason why Esau is so wicked and carnal like this is because he wants his birthright back and stuff, going back to Genesis, the 25th chapter. You see that he sold his birthright, as it tells you in Hebrews 12 and 16. You see? You know? And that's why they're coming with great wrath. And part of that great wrath is not just, coming with death and different, they trying to weaponize the minds and stuff so they can be warped toward carnality and stuff, you see, you know. So I want to grab this right quick. This is Judith in the Apocrypha, chapter 5, um, 17. It says, and while they sinned not before their power, meaning the Israelites, it says they proposed their they prospered because the Most High that hateth iniquity was with them. It said, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. So this is why they want to push it and stuff, because in their mind, guess what? It's going to hinder prophecy. You see, it's going to hinder prophecy. They'll be able to continue to rule because no king, you know what I'm saying, who rules over a nation or a province, no king wants to sit up here and give that up. You see, no king wants to do that and stuff, and that's why he's going to even. That's why it's going to also be a war in heaven when the prophecy comes to pass. You see, they already know. The Pentagon already knows the stuff that the angels, you know what I'm saying, which are, are in the celestial beings in the chariots of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, which is called by most people and stuff, UFOs, flying saucers, and UAPs. And the thing is that they've been visiting the earth and whatnot. It's been many, many sightings. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, that's causing them to shake into their boots. You see? So what they're trying to do is push as much wickedness and hope that a lot of Israelites and stuff gain that. And that's why also what they're gonna do and stuff is that when it comes down to freedom of speech, all that is going to be attacked. If you talk against the transformers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they're going to look at it as hate speech. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take all these different things away and whatnot and stuff, because even in their minds, I wouldn't be surprised where it's like, if they can't speak it and stuff, maybe it won't come to pass. Well, that's part of the prophecy. It's called famine of the word. But during that time, that's when iniquity is going to increase. You see? Right? So I'm going to skip to verse 20. It says, now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. You see? And that's why it's like, if you're not down with what we're saying, if you're not down with what we're saying and stuff, or the different policies that we finna come across, if you're not down with that and stuff, then guess what? You look like an enemy to the new world order we're trying to establish. But remember, that new world order ain't gonna start and stuff until it's nothing but chaos out here. You see, order out of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Meaning order that comes out of chaos. You see, and part of that chaos is the wickedness, because that's gonna cause a lot of people who will disagree with it and stuff to come up against, like you had those Edomites. They went to the Capitol and stuff with war drums. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people and stuff who believe in the Constitution, and they're looking at the leaders and stuff where it's like, well, you all are not following this. You're crossing this out. You're taking this away and stuff, and you're bringing it back, and then you take it away again and stuff. It's like, what's up? You see? And you got a lot of people and stuff who believe in the Constitution and stuff, who believe in amendments. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that they see that those laws are being violated and stuff by its own leaders. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to cause the people to come up, especially all the immoral that they bringing, especially when it's coming against the children. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's coming against the children and stuff, that's a sensitive area. You know what I'm saying? Especially not just for certain heathens. You know what I'm saying? But also Israelites, man. You see? You know? And then what else and stuff? They got a you know, they got a damn, I gotta see what word. They got a new juice. You know what I'm saying, that they're gonna put in the women. You know what I'm saying, who still going through pregnancy. You know what I'm saying, just so their children can could be safe and whatnot. And this is a new one that they're coming out, a new juice. And the thing is that we don't know we don't know what that's gonna do because it's brand new. You see, and it doesn't provide. It doesn't provide what type of protection it would give. You see, right? So I want to grab this. It's back in Psalms 10 and 2. Uh, 10 and 2, it says, "The wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." Because also, they're going to have to deal with it too. You know what I'm saying? And if it gives off a negative effect, you know what I'm saying, then we already know and stuff that it was a setup, a weaponized thing that they used just so they can take down Israel. It says, verse 3, it says, "For the wicked boasts of his heart's desires, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhors." Right? And the thing is that these are the different desires and stuff, you see. They want to put wickedness and stuff. They want to increase it and stuff while it's on the upon the earth, man. You see, that's why it's well, what happened and stuff? They dropped Kanye West and stuff and replaced him with a transformer. You see, you know, a guy who seeks to be feminine. You know, um, uh, uh, and look what they're doing and stuff. They're really just bringing it out. They really just bringing it out and stuff, and it's like, okay, it's testing grounds. You know what I'm saying? And when I say testing grounds and stuff, it's like, okay, who's down for this and who's not down for that and stuff, and why they why people make their different quotes on Twitter and MySpace and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Or because with YouTube and stuff, they so strict. You certain things that you can't say. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that for all the people and stuff that's disagreeing and stuff, if it's online and stuff, they're tracking that. You see, you know, they're tracking those things, and for the fact that they're tracking those things and stuff, they're seeing who's going to be down and who's not. So who to force to kiss the ring, and those who going to easily bow to it. You see, right? Because you have a lot of people and stuff who are still down for America, right? So this is verse 4. It says, "The wicked through the pride of his countenance would not seek after the Most High." Yahweh Shem Yashai. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. And how we know that? This is Psalms 15. Psalms 50. My bad. It's Psalms 50 and 16. And it says, "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?" Because they're going to drink that cup, most definitely. But what's going to happen is that they claimed and stuff to be the chosen people and whatnot and stuff. But what they didn't do was establish the Lord's laws upon the land. When you look at the things that they allow and stuff, everything is literally contrary, to the scriptures, which is sin. Right? So I want to get this. It says, verse 17, it says, "Seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my word behind thee," meaning they don't keep it. You see? You know? Now you got what's called identity theft and stuff, and Esau, Edom and stuff is the main ones and stuff who's causing those things. You see? You know? Right? And then at the same time, prophecy doesn't match up with them being the right people. You see? None of the curses now, that you got the curses that's falling upon them now, since we're getting closer to the end. You know what I'm saying? But 5-10 years before and whatnot and stuff, you didn't see these Edomites going through hardship and whatnot. You see, even when it come down to certain other heathens and stuff, guess what? They're now going through homelessness. You know what I'm saying? They're now going through poverty, but they weren't doing that and stuff 10 years ago. Now, most of the other heathens, they don't claim to be the children of Israel, but when it come down to the ones that call themselves Israeli and Jewish, them the ones who's bringing false identity and falsehood. You see, as it says in Psalms the 7th chapter, right? So I want to grab this. This is Psalms uh, 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 going back to Psalms 10. So I was gonna grab the Psalms 15, saying cast the earth behind them. Right. So this Psalms 82:5. It says they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. You see, right? And they want to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the movement of Israel and stuff is such a big problem and whatnot and stuff, because it's going to cause him to get his kingdom taken away, as it says in Daniel 7:18, on the return of Yahweh Shai. All right. On the time of Yahweh Shai and stuff, on his return, which he's well on his way, already in our solar system. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, uh, won't uh, 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 Yao Shai's on his way and whatnot and stuff, and they don't want to follow. They're gonna do all that they can and stuff to stop Yahweh Shai from coming. You see, it's a lock it. The Psalms 82:5. It says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, and they want to maintain this. They want to keep it. You see, but the prophecy and stuff is a threat and stuff to their sovereignty. It's a threat and stuff to their province. You know what I'm saying? Or their control and stuff of continuance. You see? So I want to go back to the Psalms 10, and I was at verse 5, and it says his ways are always grievous. It says, and it says in Isaiah, grab it in here. It's Isaiah 10:1. And it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. It says to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Right now, this fatherless and stuff don't talk about just little kids. Fatherless and stuff can be grown adults and stuff. It's not following the right way. If you fall in the way of America, or say if you are a MAGA supporter, make America great again and stuff, or you are Israelite, the thing is that you're completely fatherless and stuff. Why? Because you're not following the way of the Father and stuff, which the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and the Heavenly Son's name is Yahweh Shai. And those are the main names that you're going to have to call upon in order to be saved. Now, when it comes down to Esau and stuff, he brings forth Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, or Yehoshua or Yahushua, you know what I'm saying, and they bring that out and stuff when it come down to Yiddish. But Yiddish is not a pure language. Yiddish has four different languages and stuff that get mingled and mixed together. You see, so pretty much they took a little bit. They made Yiddish is like the chimera of Hebrew. You see, and a chimera has different parts and stuff that's not originally from the animal and stuff. A chimera is just a bunch of animals that's pieced up together. You see, well, that's what they did and stuff when it come down to the language and whatnot, and also giving birth to a false name. Now you got what's called a tetragrammaton, and when you just go by the letters alone, you know what I'm saying, and not the different vowel points and the little different dots and stuff that they use and stuff, right? Because those are additives as well. When you just read tetragrammaton, now it gives the name of the Heavenly Father, you know what I'm saying, and you got the Ya, the Ha, the Wa, and the Ha, which pronounced as Yahweh, you see, but they'll call it Yahweh because they know that most people are not going to do their research and stuff to check it out for themselves to see that there's no E, there's no O's, there's no U's, V's, you know what I'm saying, or J's, you know what I'm saying, in a Paleo Hebrew, you see, right? Right? So this is how they bring forth their falsehood and stuff upon the people, and for them to think that it's true. You see, right? So I'm gonna go back. This is back in Psalms 10. It's back in Psalms 10 and 5. It says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them because he think that he's not going to get taken down. He don't think nothing's going to happen. You see, it's like, look, I'm promoting all these different wicked things and stuff. And guess what? The people are down for it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see myself and stuff being taken out of my seat. You see, right? And it says, verse 6, it says, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved. There you go. It said, for I shall never be in adversity. Little did he know, right? Because it's not just going to be Israelites and stuff who's going to have to go through these different problems and these different situations that they're going to disagree with. You're going to also have the heathens and stuff who go through it as well. Even their own people and stuff, because not every Edomite and stuff agrees with with their leaders or what Joe Biden or Democrat, you know what I'm saying, or even certain Republicans. A lot of people and stuff are more Democratic, are more Democrats than Republicans and stuff, because Republicans and stuff, when it comes down to the Republicans, it's not really meeting all the it's not meeting all the people's thoughts. It's not meeting all the people's thoughts. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to what they want. And that's why a lot of people vote Democrat. And I would have to say, like the brother Kowal, you say Democrat, because when you always vote Democrats and stuff, guess what? They still don't do what you want them to do. See? So this is Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 10 and 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. It says, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. It says, his eyes are privily set against the poor. Right? 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 And the poor is referring to Israelites and stuff. So that's why they have all these little secret meetings. You know what I'm saying? I forget what it was. It escapes me and stuff. But you have this secret meeting that the elites are going to do, referring when it come down to AI. You see, right? And it says, and it's all just to take down Israel. And this is wickedness as well. You see, but guess what? It's not just Israel and stuff that's coming against the elites and their propaganda and their agendas. You also have other heathens and stuff who's not down with it. You also have heathens and stuff who are not down, you know what I'm saying, with the rules and regulations that they're trying to promote, you know what I'm saying, to be acceptable and stuff upon the people. You see, right? So it says Psalms 10 and 8 again. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and secret places doeth he murder the innocent, because they constantly plot. I want to grab this. This is Micah. It's Micah 2 and 1. It says, woe to them that have devised iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. You see? So this is what Esau is up to. He's up to no good. You see? You know? Matter of fact, this is Genesis chapter 4, verse 7. It's going into Cain. Because when it comes down to the serpent, which was a melanated man with Edomite tendencies, you know what I'm saying, right? Or way of life and whatnot, he was a snake, you see, sorcerer. Everybody's seen Jungle Book and stuff, and how the snake and stuff kept trying to hypnotize Mowgli and stuff, just so he can eat him or devour him. You see, right, right, and then then Cain, you know what I'm saying, and Esau, they're all the same. They're all the same spirit. You see, just they're different incarnations of themselves. You see, the serpent first, Cain second, and then you have Esau, and then you have the lead of Esau, which are the Amalekites. They're like the Edomite version of a Judite. A Judite, when it comes down to the 12 tribes and stuff, they're the head of the tribe. Well, the head of the Edomites and stuff are Amalek. You know what I'm saying? And the ones who call themselves Jewish and Israeli, you see, and then the elites and stuff that sit in the background and stuff, who's really pushing everything, including Putin. You see, you know, they're actors as the ones who look like they're in charge and whatnot, when really the elites are the ones who control the whole earth. You see, right? And even when it come down to the Russians and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Well, Vladimir Putin, you know what I'm saying? He a Edomite as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's just the bear. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? So this is Genesis 4:7. It says, "If thou dost his will, shalt thou not be accepted, and if thou dost not will, sin lieth at the door." And you could tell by how he's pushing. You could tell by how he's pushing. Uh, uh, um, all these different policies, you know what I'm saying? You know, all these newly created policies and stuff within all these different agencies, you know what I'm saying, to promote more wickedness and stuff, that sin is lying at the door. And part of the curse and stuff when it came down to the serpent is that he was going to dwell upon his belly, you know what I'm saying, all his life. And that dwell upon thy belly and stuff, meaning he was going to be of the flesh. Everything that they promoting and stuff, guess what? It's of the flesh. You know what I'm saying? It's not spirit. If it is a tendency of spirituality and stuff, it's always going to Satanism. You see, you know, you know. So even the the different holidays and whatnot and stuff. You know, the scriptures talk about in Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, how they'll feed us with idols, and you'll be surprised. You'll look at a certain logo or symbol and stuff, and the whole time it goes back to some sort of deity. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they pushing off those false deities and those uh, uh, false philosophies that the deities, you know what I'm saying, these or these wicked or false deities and stuff give off, like the different instruction, you know what I'm saying, and it's actually sending out vibrations out there, man. You see, you know, you know, and you have the people distorted, you see. So this it says, right, so that's the point. So I'm gonna go back to because Cain killed his brother Abel and stuff because his sacrifice wasn't respected from the Lord. You see, so he got angry, and that's pretty much what Esau Edom is going to do and stuff upon you nations. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna say this: the nations are going to come up against Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? As it says in Joel the third chapter, let the weak say I am let the weak say I'm strong. They're going to come up against America and stuff because America, they don't want their philosophies and stuff being pushed on their homelands. You know what I'm saying? And then if America is not trying to agree and whatnot and stuff, they're going to put sanctions. And guess what? You already got Russia and Iraq, Iran. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 you know, is it China? You know what I'm saying? They already sitting up here like, well, let's be confederate with one another and stuff, and let's come against the whore. And what is the whore? America. You see? You know, right? So this hard. Looking at me weird. So this is Romans. This is Romans 1:18. It says, "For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness." And that's exactly what Esau has done. Catholicism, you know what I'm saying? Christianity, you know what I'm saying? When it refers to the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Because he already know that every other so-called religion that's out there and stuff, guess what? It's not real. You know what I'm saying? Right? Now, can it hold wicked vibration? Of course, because it's a lie. But the thing is that it doesn't hold the same force as the truth. You see? Right? So it says, verse 19, it says, "Because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them." It said, "For Yahweh, Hashem Yahshua, have shewed it unto them." It said, "For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse." It says, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, right? And Esau, Edom, what they'll do is they'll do a diligent search. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's why they have different archaeology and stuff, and different relics and whatnot to prove, you know what I'm saying, who the real Israelites are. But then they stash that away. You see, you know, they're the light bearers and stuff, and I believe that's in blue. No, that's what Illuminati means. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, to hold the light. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? The scriptures also says that um, the children of darkness are smarter than the children of light. And when it come down to the elites, they hid everything. But then they also brought out the human Thuma, which is the internet, modern day human Thuma, the internet. And pretty much what they had done was that they had um, they thought that they was going to be able to put the truth in front of the faces of the Israelites and stuff, and that they would never be able to notice it. You know what I'm saying? But they were sadly mistaken. You see, you know, right? So this is back in verse 20. No, no, not 20. Verse 21, it says, because that when they knew the Most High, it says they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Esau knows the truth. You know what I'm saying? But he purposely switches it around. You see, going back to the Psalms 82 and 5. Verse 22, it said, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into the image made like to corruptible man. You see? Um, uh, uh, like when it comes down to, let me go back to the Job, where I started from. It's Job 9 and 24. And it says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? But who is claimed, you know what I'm saying, to be the Israelites? Well, matter of fact, they also did this. Um, they also did this. Um, this This first Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. It says, and laid open the book of the law, meaning the Bible, wherein the heathen have sought to paint the likeness of their images. And the elder brother Malcolm and stuff, he was showing how, like, I forget what they call it, but it's called like Russian icon. And they showed all the biblical pictures, you know what I'm saying, in their original form. And you had what was called you had this one image when it come down to the Messiah and whatnot, while he holding up his fingers and stuff, which is something that's based off Baphomet. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, um, you know, the satanic deity and stuff that they worship. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Bohemian graves and Bohemian grooves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The different Sikh societies and stuff, and skull and bones, this, that, and the third. Pretty much what happened was is that you had a rabbi and stuff, and you saw him painting over the images, and that's exactly what they did. You see, you know. And also, I want to bring out this point. This is because corruptible man, right? In certain like in the Vatican and stuff, you have a grand, you got a grand, you have a grand, you have a grand portrait. You know what I'm saying? And you have the Most High butt naked. You know what I'm saying? You have the Most High butt naked and stuff, and then you have him touching fingers with Adam and stuff, surrounded by naked little boy seraphims. You know what I'm saying? You know, which are, you know, the angels and stuff, right? But the thing is that their ideal of purity and stuff is being butt ass naked and showing your shit. That's not what purity is. Purity is going into how you carry yourself in mind. You see, right? So I want to grab this. This is Leviticus 12. uh, 13 and 12. So this is Leviticus chapter 13, and this goes into, when you have uh, skin diseases and infections and whatnot and stuff. You see, right? This is Leviticus 13. Uh, it's been a minute. All right, so this is Leviticus 13. Well, in 9, it says, "When the plague of leprosy is in a man, then he shall be brought unto the priest." Right. So this is 11. It said It says it is 12. It says, "And if the leprosy break out abroad in the skin, and leprosy cover all the skin of him that have the plague, from his head even to his foot, whosoever the priest looketh," it says, "then the priest shall consider, and behold, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean that have the plague. It is all turned white, he is clean." That's talking about having pale flesh. You know what I'm saying? Being completely covered. You know what I'm saying? Like albinos and stuff, or the Caucasians. You see? And the reason why it's a plague and stuff is because it's like in the science project and whatnot and stuff. If you had to deal with light, you know what I'm saying? If you deal like if you had to deal with light and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You'll use like, you know, no, I ain't gonna say it like that and stuff because I'm really referring it to growing plants. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to use that terminology. But it's pretty much like this and stuff. Uh, when like they go from pale flesh and stuff to pinkish to all the way reddish. You know what I'm saying? Like that like the devil and stuff off of Cow and Chicken from Cartoon Network, if you remember that and stuff, right? And the thing is that they don't have any melanin, so you can see their blood through their body. You know what I'm saying, right? You know, and they also, they peel and whatnot and stuff because they're not absorbing the sun rays and stuff from the. They're not able to absorb vitamin D through the sun rays and whatnot and stuff, and that's the curse. You know what I'm saying, that the Lord had placed upon Cain. You know what I'm saying, and it came through Esau. You see, right? So corruptible men. You know what I'm saying? You know, the scriptures talk about you're not supposed to see the nakedness of another man. You know what I'm saying? Now that nakedness and stuff can go into a shame. You know what I'm saying? Or seeing people's loins and whatnot and stuff. Right? You know, uh, uh, you know, when it's not entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I tell you that, when it's not entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because you got certain entertainment stuff that's all right. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that, you know, keep it discreet. You got certain entertainment that it's okay. It starts with a P. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Only that adults and stuff should really be able to get into. You know what I'm saying? Not little children. But when it comes down to it and stuff, it's like this. On a regular basis and stuff. You're not supposed to, because look what Ham did and stuff when it came down to his father Noah. You know what I'm saying? He looked at his nakedness and stuff and got his ass cursed. The entire nation and stuff is cursed. Well, Ham is cursed. You know what I'm saying? Which is the forefather and stuff of all Africans. You see? Now, uh, that's corruptible. You know what I'm saying? The flesh, you see? The flesh and whatnot and stuff. So how in the world would the Lord consider it a disease and stuff, but yet He'll be covered in it? You see, He created He created He created well, He made melanated skin and stuff more superior and stuff than unmelanated skin. You know what I'm saying? So why would He be covered in it? You see, right? And it's another one. It talks about the yellow hair, you know, and even blue eyes, even certain blue and green eyes. You know what I'm saying? You got some that mix in and stuff and look yellowish, orangish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them eyes might be colorful and pretty and whatnot and stuff, but the thing is that it most usually eyes like that and stuff don't hold the same melanin, you know what I'm saying, as it do with light brown and regular brown eyes or dark brown eyes and stuff. If you ever seen that before, but you know, it doesn't, you know, pretty much the Lord had made us superior. You know what I'm saying? You know, so why would the Lord make Israel superior? You know what I'm saying, and not Esau superior if they supposed to be the chosen people? And when I'm talking about within the body, Scripture says that they're weaker. Scripture says that they're that the younger that the younger shall be stronger than the older. You see, right? So I'm gonna get that. Genesis 25 and Genesis 25 and 21. It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. It says, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. It says, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? It says, and she went to inquire of the Lord. It says, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Meaning that their mannerism is going to be different. And it says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. It says, and the elder shall serve the younger. You know what I'm saying? And who came out first? Esau. You know what I'm saying? And he's the weaker. You know what I'm saying? And then Jake came afterwards and stuff, which is the stronger. You see, right? So now, the point that I wanted to make on that is this. You know what I'm saying? Because they're also weaker and stuff, where they can't fight. They don't. A lot of them don't really fight off against the flesh. You know what I'm saying? You know, look what they promote. You know what I'm saying? You know, they promote the left hand. You see, right? Or they promote their sales and their tendencies and stuff and place it out in the world. You see, like it says in Micah 2:10, for this is not your rest, for it will pollute you, for it will destroy you with a sword of destruction. So like, let me just get it. This is Micah 2:10. And it says, arise ye and depart, it's referring to the Israelites, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. You see, right? Right? So the thing is that if it's going to destroy us, then that means that it's contrary and stuff to the way that the Lord wants us to follow. You see? And going back to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, whose face is on the money. You know what I'm saying? Whose superscription and stuff is on the coin, on the coinage, right? So with that being the case, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones who's considered the wicked, and they're the ones and stuff who's bringing forth all these different policies. You see? And with them bringing forth all these different policies and whatnot and stuff, you can see that it's not of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Even though you got a president you know, during inauguration and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, when they swear in and presidency, what happens and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The first thing that they do is that they swear on the Bible. And the scripture says don't make any vows. You see? You know? It also says don't take the Lord's name in vain. And they already did that by giving him another name. You see? Right? Right? So this is I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the Thessalonians. Uh this is back in that Romans 1, you know, and even the Messiah, when it come down to Yahweh Shai and stuff, you know, what else that they did? Iconoclasm. You know what I'm saying? You know, the images and whatnot and stuff, but you got one called Cesare Borgia, and then you also got uh, 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 Cyprus. Damn, I forgot his name. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they used him as an image and stuff, as a Messiah and stuff, and that's completely off as well. You see, you know, because when it come down to curly hair and whatnot and stuff, guess what? Curly hair, like the Negro hair, what that does is that uh, you know, like like certain pests and whatnot can't live in it and stuff, but it usually lives in straighter hair. You see, and then it smells when they tend to get, not all of them, you know what I'm saying, but for what it seems like and stuff, when they get well, let's just say this: Esau is a vowed preacher. You know what I'm saying, and within his violence and stuff is comfortability, and he's also trying to push that and stuff for everybody else to be comfortable with, to think that it's normal when it's not. You see, keep the people docile and stuff. In his mind, he's going to continue to rule, and that's not true, right? So I'm gonna go back to this Romans 1 and 21. It says, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High. It says, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to the corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Now, yes, this is Jake. This is Jake referring to Jake and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But who is the main motivating influencer? Edomites. You see? Because I'm gonna grab this. This is Psalms. This is Psalms 83 and 1 2. It says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult. It says, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones, the Israelites. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And how did they do it? How did they do that? Promote their ways and stuff on Israel. You see, you know, they taught it. You see, you know, a lot of things was forced too upon us. You see, like in the times of slavery and whatnot and stuff. You know, Esau knew that that pork or swine and stuff was not supposed to be eaten and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yet they still gave it to the people. You see, you know, because it's like this. The scriptures talk about the accuser of thy brethren. You know what I'm saying? As it says in Revelations 12 and 10, it's talking about Esau. And pretty much what it is and stuff is that he'll like with the kosher pork. You know what I'm saying? If they sit up here and say that it's kosher and whatnot and stuff, people will look at it and be like it's lawful. Or even the misunderstanding in Acts the 10th chapter and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about the unclean animal and stuff, a lot of people think all they got to do is just pray over some pork, shrimp, lobster, crab, catfish, calamari. You know what I'm saying? Veal. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 or raw meat or bloody meat. You know what I'm saying? Medium rare. They think all they got to do, even if it's a lawful animal and stuff, but yet it's still bleeding, and that's usually with steak, or usually when it's raw, it's fish. You know what I'm saying, right? The only reason why they sit up here, the only reason why they sit up here and with niggas big as fuck. Uh, um, but uh, they call those things delicacies and whatnot, so Jake can be thinking they doing something and stuff because Jake tends to follow and stuff who's in power. You know what I'm saying? So since what they did was, it's like, well, then guess what? We're gonna teach them, what I'm saying, how to follow our ways and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And therefore they wouldn't think that they're doing anything wrong. You see? Right? Right? So that's what Esau is doing. He's not promoting the real understanding of the scriptures. That's why in the slave Bible and stuff, he took 70 different scriptures out of the Bible and stuff, so he could maintain control, so he could look like that they were the chosen people when really they weren't, and it was the ones that was enslaved. It is the chosen people. You know what I'm saying, and not the oppressors, right? So I'm gonna get this again. You know what I'm saying? And then what did they train you up in? And it's not like this. It's not like that they sit up here and told us to follow their ways and whatnot and stuff, but then they kept our ways when it comes down to the scriptures. No, they kept the ways of wickedness. You see, they still follow it. Kosher pig, that's wicked as hell. You see, you know, right? So this is back in Romans 1 and 24. It says, wherefore Yahweh Shem Shai also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts. It says to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, you know, and a lot of the sexual immorality and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the sexual immorality, you know what I'm saying, comes from Edomites. You see, you know, you know, or just the heathens, period. You see? And it says, verse 25, it says, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. It says, for this cause the Most High gave them up onto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you know, becoming lesbians, lesbos and whatnot and stuff, you know, um, or transformers, or uh, bisexual. You see, you know, just to attain their just to just to attain just to attain their no satisfied and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Physical pleasure, right? And it says, verse 27, it says, and likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and seemly goes into, well, no, it says, in receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. But remember, it had to be taught. They had to be taught. You got individuals and stuff who say that they was born homosexual, or like of the same sex and stuff. But the thing is, that is not true. You will have to know about sexuality. You know what I'm saying? You know, or you have to know about sex. You know what I'm saying? At that age, and when you're young or when you're born, you know, and you don't even know fucking ABCs and one, two, threes, and ain't no way in hell that you know about sex. You see? You know? More than likely and stuff, you build up a best friend and whatnot and stuff. But then even when it come down to Valentine's Day and stuff, you know that you really just down for it and stuff to get you some free candy. You see, to get you some free candy. You see, right, right. So it says, so you know all that is bullshit. Verse 28, it says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind, rejected mind, because they followed the ways of wickedness. It says to do those things which are not convenient. You see, you know, and this is what they're on. This is what they're on. This is what they promote. This is what they're down for and whatnot and stuff. And they're pushing it on the Israelites and stuff, you know what I'm saying, so they can maintain rule. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord has said that there's going to be a remnant, you know what I'm saying, you know, a remnant that he's going to change, you know what I'm saying, who's going to be able to see through that wickedness and stuff and not follow it. I'm going to get verse 29. It says, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity. It says, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, spiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents. It says, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful. It says, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So this is Hebrews. This Hebrews 12 and 16. And it says, I'm going to start at 15. It says, looking diligently, lest, meaning that not any man fail of the grace of the Most High, that lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Verse 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Verse 17, it says, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he sought to kill Jacob afterwards. You know what I'm saying?